going now for the 2008 season is out, and he's just been smashed into there by Lewis Hamilton. And coming into turn 1, his brakes fail, he can't slow the car, and that's him out of the Grand Prix. Raikkonen, of course, the reigning champion, kicks off his title defence in the perfect way possible. Lewis Hamilton will come across the line now in position 2. I hit the wall there as well, just for good measure. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of the Robert Kubica career mode for 2008. The series where I am going to try and take Robert Kubica and BMW Sauber to the World Championship that he missed out on in what was one of the greatest seasons of all time, 2008. What a great year that was. Probably the best of the decade, along with 2003. 2009 is pretty good as well, and 07, overrated in my opinion. But anyway, here we are then in qualifying then for the Malaysian Grand Prix. Heikki Kovalainen is again on provisional pole position, but that probably won't last, as we are only for my first lap actually. But the qualifying's a bit glitched with this mod because the Q1, Q2, Q3 doesn't really work. So I might change it for future rounds if I figure out how to do like the default qualifying. It's just 12 laps. You can do whatever you want in one single session. But anyway, coming through now, we're about to come out of the second sector with one more to go then. I don't know how well I'm doing because there's no split, it's only my first lap. But I've got 5 laps to full in the car, which is probably a bit too much, so I assume I was going to do some more runs out of this, but maybe they weren't as quick. But yeah, here we are then, coming through the penultimate corner now. It's such a bastard of a corner, I always go wide, so I can never really get this one right. But it looks like I've got it done pretty alright there. As onto the back straight we go now, one of the coolest grandstands to the left on the calendar, and you have that cool, I don't know what it's called, but that cool thing on the hairpin, which makes it look really cool. And coming out of the final corner now, we're going to the line now. Are we able to beat Kovalainen's 141.9? No, we're not. It's going to be 142.8. Where does that put us on the grid?
Hello there. Welcome to Malaysia. The weather, as so often is the case here, is just wonderful. Massa first. Raikkonen second. Hamilton consistently outpaced his championship rival, the Sauber driver. Trulli fourth. Kovalainen fifth. The Sauber driver put on a fantastic display throughout the qualifying hour. He starts this race from a very promising 6th. Webber 7th. Motlow 8th. Coulthard 9th. Heidfeld couldn't quite match the pace of his teammate. He starts 10th. Rosberg 11th.
Nakajima
12th. Rubens Barrichello 13th. Sebastian Vettel 14th. Sebastian Vettel 15th. Sutil 16th. Sato 17th. Nelson Piquet 18th. Button 19th. Giancarlo Fisichella 20th. Davidson 21st. Fernando Alonso 22nd.
Here we are then, qualified in 6th position, which is a lot better than Australia, where for some reason I started from the back. But anyway, let's forget about that, and let's get ready then for the Malaysian Grand Prix here for round 2. We've got a Toyota right in front of us there. Kovalainen comes across me there. I'm going into the slipstream now, try and get a good run down towards the hairpin. We're going to stick to the inside though, do a cheeky dive bomb as I usually do on the first lap, because it's just so overpowered. The AI are so rubbish on this first lap. There's chaos going on behind us, but for some reason I'm not having a look at what's going on there. Someone probably stalled or something silly like that, as someone's blown the engine apparently, as the radio man just said. Up into 4th position now, we overtake Lewis Hamilton there, who came 2nd last time. He beat us to the Grand Prix victory. No, we didn't. Kimi Raikkonen won the Grand Prix. Hamilton just kind of was a bit of an inconvenience on the way to 2nd, so I had to stick behind him. And anyway, here's Jarno Trulli there in the Toyota, doing really well. He's on the podium positions right now. The Toyota was alright, I suppose, in 08, but they did get a few podiums, I think, this year, but not really contending for any Grand Prix victories, but maybe that will change in this series, as I'm still quite far behind them now, about half a second now. As we come to the hairpin now, we're going to gain a lot of time on the braking because that's just how it usually is sometimes. Hamilton there, I don't know what's going on there, he had a little bit of a moment there. I was looking behind him, see what's going on. As Trulli's getting away now, so what's going on? I need to try and find some pace. I can't really remember what difficulty the AI are on, but they were, I think, for Australia there was at 100s, but the AI are a bit slow on this mod, so that's probably why I bumped up a bit, because I'm not very good at this game. Been playing it for a few years. I'm hearing on the radio now that Takuma Sato, as the engineer says, has blown his engine, his engine's blown up on the first lap, so that's not good for him then in the Super Aguri, I think. So that's troubles for him. But anyway, ignore that, let's go down the inside of Trulli now, up into P3, lovely stuff there, and we've only got the 2 Ferraris in front of us who have been really fast this weekend. I'm pretty sure they locked out the front row in qualifying, and they are locking out the top 2 positions at the moment in the Grand Prix. As I've just had some Asda Cola, so I might be a bit burpy, so I do apologise if I do end up burping in this recording. But I'm in a slipstream with Massa now. We're going to go to the outside, side by side now. It's the BMW engine versus the Ferrari engine, and it looks like the Ferrari engine won on that one, even though the BMW was pretty good, to be fair, back in day. Massa gets the switchback on me there, which is incredibly cheeky. We're side by side now, coming across the line, starting lap 4. Kimi Räikkönen's getting away now, he's about a second ahead. But it looks like I've now overtaken Felipe Massa for the time being. As we go now into turn 1, again, look at that. Getting a lot of time on the braking. Massa comes out of nowhere to take P2 off me again, down the inside in the hairpin now. We're going to have to tuck in behind his bum to get some slipstream as we go on to lap 5. I've only got, is that 3 laps of fuel left? So it looks like I'm going to be doing a 2 or maybe even a 3 stop. I can't even remember, I did this race so long ago. I've had very little time to actually edit the videos because I've had a lot of college work recently, but anyway, let's ignore that. We're side by side with Felipe Massa now. We're tucking again behind him now. We're a bit submissive there, as we're going to hold it round the outside to get then. And it looks like I've actually pulled it off there. I've done him right round the outside, down into first gear. We're going to switch to the inside then for turn 2, and that's me up into P2. A lovely move there here on lap 6. As we're just getting the replay now then, and we made him look like a fool. He was on the curb and everything, and we still just, that's crazy, round the outside. I don't know if there's more grip there, why we were so fast around the outside, I'm not complaining. At the end of lap 7 then, we're going in for our first pit stop of the day, as we overtook Kimi Räikkönen for the lead briefly there as we go in, but yeah, here we go, we're hoping for a very good stop, because it looks like we're going to be in a three-way battle for this Grand Prix victory with the 2 Ferraris, because they are so fast today. I'm going to have my work cut out for me. I almost go into the Ferrari pit stop there for some reason, but I correct my ways, and here I go then into the BMW pit stall. As my crew put on the new tyres, the new soft tyres, thank you very much for that. I've dropped down to 5th, and I haven't even left the pit stall yet. Trulli goes past, so he must have pitted already, unless he just fell back so hard. Hamilton there is 10 seconds behind the 2 Ferraris, just showing just how fast the Ferraris are compared to everyone else today. Coming out now, down into P6 rather, as we come out ahead of Webber and Heifeld, who are half a minute behind the leading cars. Up onto lap 10 now, Jarno Trulli, we've caught up to him. He's stuck behind some lapped traffic and he's going really slow then, so I'm going to have to make the move there. Jesus Christ, he had a little bit of a dart really. It's always a bit startling overtaking the AI when they're trying to lap cars, because they can be quite erratic, and that even just a little slightest move really catches me off guard, because that could just cause the biggest crash of all time. As here we go then, on to lap 11, looks like we're going to overtake some cars who have come into the pits. Yes, up into P4 now. Are we going to jump Felipe Massa as he come out of the pits? Yes we are! We're just about to get Felipe Massa, and then that's us up into a net P2 now. Brilliant stuff. We almost could have lost the position there in the pit stops, and that would have been really bad. We'd have made to look like a fool, because I got the undercut, but luckily we were able to keep P2 for now. As we're on the back of Kimi Räikkönen trying to lap a Toro Rosso there, and we're going to take advantage of that as we go down the inside of the race leader now for the lead of the Grand Prix on lap 12, and we've done it. There we go then, up into P1 as we get a replay now on the move. I've actually got 6 laps of fuel in the car, so I must have had a longer pit stop, and to come out ahead of Massa was really good. So yeah, that's my pace is with the Ferraris today. I could actually win this Grand Prix. 6 laps of left in the car, so I'm only going to do one more stop. It's a 2 stop for me today. And Kimi Räikkönen, having a look, because I went wide there through that corner once again. I did a Sergio Perez from 2012, and he's alongside me now, trying to give him the space course, and he goes right round the outside. But can I be the last one on the brakes into the final corner? No, he takes the inside line, and that's me done then. Back down into P2. And with the pace the Ferraris have, Kimi could probably get away now, but he doesn't. He does maintain the lead there, but I'm only half a second off as he goes into the pits then for another pit stop. I do believe Kimi is on a 3 stop and I'm only on a 2 stop, so he should be alright. It's only Felipe Massa now I have to really worry about for this Grand Prix victory. As we come into the pits now at the end of lap 17 for my last stop of the day, trying to put 10 laps of fuel in the car. There we go. And here are my BMW pit crew there. They were like at the end of the pits in Australia, but now they're at the top. I don't know what's going on, but of course it's in order of constructors, but it changes race to race by like, is it from last to first or first to last? I don't know. But coming out of the pits now, that was a decent stop. I feel like I'm gonna have to sneeze, but I don't. It's one of those weird feelings. Coming out of the pits now, position 3 is mine. I'm ahead of Lewis Hamilton. To be honest, I don't even know what strategy he's doing, because it's quite irrelevant for my race, because I'm only battling the Ferraris. And here are the strategy for the Ferraris. That's Felipe Massa, who does have to pit again, and Kimi, who also has to pit again. But Felipe Massa has not pitted. He's only pitted once. So Felipe Massa's on a 2 stop. And what's going on here then? So the Force India here just... Oh, he has a brake failure and he goes right into the wheel. That's a massive crash for the Force India there. The wheel's going everywhere. I'm not sure what happened to the Red Bull there. Maybe they had a brake failure as well. But that's a massive crash there. Hopefully he was alright. As coming on to lap 23 now, Kimi has come into the pits then for his final stop. Massa's pitted as well. He's 5 seconds off me. So it's just between me and Felipe now, but Felipe's going to be quicker because he has the fresher tyres, which is going to be playing to his hands, and also he's in the Ferrari, which is a lot faster. So, yeah, Kimi's on a 3 stop, Massa's on a 2 stop. That's pretty interesting then, the diversity of strategies here today. And of course, I'm going to the end now with 5 laps left. I've got 5 laps left of fuel in the car. I'm coming to lap this Williams, who's completely and utterly irrelevant. Get out of my way. Lewis Hamilton then is half a second off the leading people, along with Kovalainen there. Also 5 seconds off his teammates. So McLaren's are really not with it today. They have been out with the race, really. Let's go through this double right-hander. I go wide onto the gravel, and I've spun the car with just 5 laps to go. Luckily, the Williams there doesn't crash into me, but I'm going to lose a lot of time then. Felipe Massa's actually going to probably go past us now. Here we go on the gravel. I just lose the car there. Not sure what was going on. Just a lapse of judgment there. I've just missed communication error as I just go over the grass there, and that's just a silly mistake. That's cost me the Grand Prix lead. And now I'm going to really have to lock in now for the next 5 laps if I want to catch back up to Felipe Massa, who's now a second and a half ahead of me. Coming on to the final lap now, I have managed to lock in, and I'm now right behind Felipe Massa, half a second now, 4 tenths behind the Brazilian. As we've got 1 lap to go, it is going to be now or never if I want to win this Grand Prix. What a stupid mistake. I can't believe it. I had a 5-second gap and I just blew it. I can't believe it. That was actually so stupid. It would have been an easy victory, and it really would have been such a good start to the season. A 3rd place and a win would have been brilliant for championship credentials, but alas, it might be in jeopardy here, because I'm going to have to really lock in on this final lap. Behind Felipe Massa now, we're out of the 1st sector. I'm 2 tenths behind him. Through now this left and right S section, quite fast here. 3rd or 4th gear, it really depends on the day, on how much downforce you got on the car. Still chilling 3 tenths behind. I just need to maintain this gap, and I'm going to try and make a move into one of the hairpins now, because that's going to be, of course, really easy to outbrake my rival. I'll go a little bit wide down the gravel again, but of course I don't spin into the hairpin now. I'm going to go down the inside of Felipe Massa on the final lap of the race, and I've done it now for the lead of the Grand Prix. I've only got a few more corners to go. I just need to keep Felipe behind me and not make any stupid errors like I did a few laps before, and I could be on for the first win of the year for Robert Kubica here. As there's a little bit of a glitch in the footage there as we go around this awkward part of the track, the part I always make mistakes on. And as per usual, I've gone wide through this corner, and Felipe Massa takes back the lead of the Grand Prix, and I've been made to look like a fool. I need to go down the inside of this final corner to win this Grand Prix. It is now or never. I'm going to have to be the last one on the brakes. I'm in a slipstream. I'm going to go to the inside now. I'm going to dive down the inside of the Brazilian through the final corner. He sticks it round the outside, and he's got a brilliant exit out the final corner, and that's me done. Felipe Massa has won the Grand Prix. I'm going to have to come home in 2nd place, just 2 tenths behind him, and that really hurts. That is a punch to the teeth there, as I've messed up. I've thrown away an easy Grand Prix victory. Kimi Räikkönen comes home 7 seconds behind, which isn't too bad considering he had the extra pit stop. And I can't believe it, guys. So I'm really sorry. That's so... Oh my days. I could have won this Grand Prix easily if I didn't make that mistake on lap 23. And if I perhaps was a bit more aggressive on the final corner, maybe went to the outside a bit more, left him no room, but I wanted to be a bit of a gentleman. I didn't know he's going to have that much grip running outside. Like early in the race, where I went running outside of Felipe Massa at turn 1, he did the exact same thing to me on that final corner. So, yeah, that is... Wow. Brilliant. So anyway, here are the Grand Prix race results then. Felipe Massa wins, I come home, Robert Kubica there in second place. Kimi Raikkonen is in third, and it's Hamilton in fourth place, Kubica in fifth, Trulli is in sixth, Feidfeld seventh, eighth place for Timo Glock, ninth for Alonso, Rosberg, Piquet, Coulthard, Vettel, Bourdais. And the retirements then, Jenson Button had an engine failure, Takuma Sato also had an engine failure, so the Hondas really didn't hold up today. So Mark Webber had a brake failure, that's what happened to him, and of course Fisichella also did have a brake failure, they're the same. So now let's have a look at the championship standings after round 2 of the season. We've got 16 more to go, and Kimi Raikkonen leads the way on 16 points. I'm in second now on 14, and it's Hamilton in third with 13 points. Massa, of course, he didn't score last time he retired from the Grand Prix due to the crash he had with Hamilton, but he finally gets points on the board, and it's a win for him, so he's up into fourth. And here are the constructors now. I'm pretty sure, I haven't actually done the constructor table yet, but I'm pretty sure Ferrari lead the way from McLaren and Sauber, I think. Maybe, yeah, that is definitely right. So there we go, you can see it on the screen now. I can't see it, I'm guessing. Thank you guys so much for watching. That has been the Malaysian Grand Prix for today then, and I'll see you guys for the next one in Bahrain.